Climate change, a term you've likely heard, but what exactly does it mean? In simple terms, climate change refers to long-term shifts and alterations in temperature and typical weather patterns on our planet Earth. It's not about the changes we see from winter to summer or even year to year. No, it's about those significant and lasting changes that have been happening over decades and even centuries. Now let's be clear, this isn't just some hypothesis. There's a global consensus among scientists that climate change is real, it's happening, and it's largely caused by human activities. It's not a myth, it's not a theory, it's a scientifically proven fact. Why is it so important to understand this? Well, because climate change has the potential to impact every aspect of our lives, from the air we breathe to the food we eat and even the places we call home. It's not just about polar bears in the Arctic or melting ice caps. It's about our future, the future of our children, and the future of our planet. So, with a clear understanding of what climate change is, let's delve into what causes it. Climate change isn't happening by chance, it's largely caused by human activities. But how? Let's delve into the main causes, beginning with greenhouse gas emissions. Picture our Earth as a big greenhouse. Now, just as the glass in a greenhouse traps the sun's warmth, so too do certain gases in our atmosphere. These gases, including carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, act like a thermal blanket for the planet, absorbing heat and warming the surface. And where are these gases coming from? Well, a significant chunk comes from burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas for electricity, heat, and transportation. When we burn these fuels, we release carbon dioxide into the air. Methane and nitrous oxide are also emitted during the production and transport of coal, oil, and gas. Let's move on to another culprit: deforestation. Trees are remarkable creatures. They absorb carbon dioxide, storing the carbon and releasing oxygen back into the air. When we cut down forests, we're not just losing these natural carbon sinks, but we're also releasing the stored carbon back into the atmosphere. It's a double whammy that accelerates the warming of our planet. So, to sum up, human activities are releasing large amounts of greenhouse gases into our atmosphere. These gases trap heat, causing the Earth to warm up. We're cutting down forests, reducing the Earth's capacity to absorb these gases. And we're carrying out industrial and agricultural processes that exacerbate the problem. Understanding these causes brings us one step closer to finding solutions, but before we discuss those, we need to comprehend the effects of climate change. Climate change isn't a distant threat, it's happening now, and it's affecting us in ways we might not realize. It's not just about hotter summers or melting ice caps, it's about the shifts we're seeing in our entire planet's natural systems. Picture this: more frequent and severe weather events, from intense hurricanes to prolonged droughts, disrupting communities and economies alike. Imagine the rising sea levels swallowing up coastal areas and creating climate refugees. Consider the shifts in wildlife populations and habitats as species struggle to adapt to rapidly changing environments. Moreover, these changes can have direct and indirect effects on human health. We're talking about increased risks of heat stroke, respiratory issues, vector-borne diseases, and even mental health problems linked to climate-related stress. Economies, too, are taking a hit as resources become scarcer and natural disasters become costlier. Our societies, our cultures, our very ways of life are all under threat from the far-reaching effects of climate change. The effects of climate change are indeed harrowing, but not irreversible. It's time for us to act. Stakeholders from all walks of life, we need you to put your strength behind the fight against climate change. Governments, it's time to prioritize policies that reduce greenhouse gas emissions and foster a sustainable future. Corporations, let's see you lead the way in investing in renewable energy and adopting sustainable practices. To every individual listening, your contribution matters too. Consider how you can reduce your carbon footprint, perhaps by using public transportation, recycling, or even something as simple as turning off the lights when you leave a room. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to a larger collective impact. Support climate-friendly policies, participate in climate action initiatives, and encourage others to do the same. Let's foster a culture of sustainability and responsibility for the sake of our planet and future generations. The challenge is great, but so is the opportunity. Remember, every action counts in the fight against climate change. Together, we can make a difference.